Hi everyone, this is Shalu Kumar again from OSCE Nurse Training Cambridge. I'm an experienced OSCE Nurse trainer for the NMC OSCE exam in UK and also the lead trainer for OSCE Nurse Training Cambridge. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with another NMC OSCE video for you. So if you like my videos, please press the like button now and subscribe to my channel and keep those comments coming. I do try to answer as many as I can. If you ask me any questions through YouTube, of course I can't answer every single one, but I do try routinely to answer those questions. But yeah, keep that positive feedback coming. It's really good. So okay, today's video then. So we're going to talk about today what are the common fails in nutritional assessment station. So this is one of your clinical skills. It's a very popular skill in exam, and nurses do find it quite tricky to pass this one. So I thought I will go through the main fails and the top tips with you today for the nutritional assessment station. So let's get started. So your nutritional assessment station, I've already done few videos on it. So if you haven't watched those ones, please go ahead and watch those. Those videos go through how to do the nutritional assessment station. But today we are not going to look at that. In this video, we are going to look at what are the common fails and my tips so you can avoid those common mistakes. Okay, that's what we're going to look at today. So if you haven't watched those videos, like I said, go ahead and watch those first. I have added the link of those videos to the description of this video below. So nutritional assessment. So let's get started. It's a 8-minute station in your exam, and you will be given, it's a written scenario based station. So you will be given a written scenario, and then you need to, from looking at that scenario, you need to work out malnutrition universal screening tool, which is a must tool for malnutrition correctly. Okay, and also you then verbalize your findings to your examiner. So that's all have to be done in 8 minutes. So it's so that's what the station is. Right, so moving on to just a quick recap on, refresh on what the malnutrition universal screening tool is, which is must tool. It has 3 steps. Yes, so it has, in step 1 you will need to calculate the body mass index, the BMI, from given chart. They will give you a BMI chart, so you have to work out the BMI from the weight and height they have given you in your scenario. Okay, so using the information in the scenario and work out the score for BMI. So it's not the actual BMI itself, but what's the score for the BMI you need to work out. Step number 2, you work out weight loss in kilos from your scenario. So they will say previously your patient was this many kilos, now they're this many kilos. So work out the weight loss in kilos and then use the chart to look at percentage weight loss. So then you change the kilos into percentage body weight loss. Okay, so like I said, we're not going to go through how to do it today. It's already been shown in other videos, so go ahead and watch those. Step number 3 is read the scenario and work out if your patient scores anything for acute disease effect. Okay, so if the acute disease effect applies to your patient, score will be 2, otherwise the score stays at 0. So that's just kind of recap what the must tool is. Okay, so what are the common fails then? So the first one is did not calculate the BMI score correctly. So that's the body mass index. So if you do not obviously calculate the BMI correctly, then your score is going to be wrong. So why people make this mistake? Because sometimes they calculate body mass index on the previous weight, not on the current weight. Okay, that has been a quite common mistake. So make sure you use the current weight to look at the BMI chart. As you can see, I have done on the screen for you. So current weight is 48 kilos, patient is 5'2" tall, and you can see the BMI is 19, but the score is in the yellow area, so that's 1. Okay, so the BMI score is 1, even though the BMI is 19, but the score is 1. Your chart is telling you that. So that's how you look do the BMI. So make sure you use the current weight, not the previous weight from the scenario. So that's a very common mistake. So calculate the BMI using current weight, looking accurately on your BMI chart, and do lots of practice. Okay, because the numbers are very small on that chart. You can even draw the line. Examiner doesn't mind if you draw the lines on the BMI chart as long as you work it out correctly. Okay, so next one is did not calculate the weight percentage correctly. So that's the other common fail. Again, why people can't calculate the weight percentage? They can work out the weight difference. So if your scenario says the patient was 51 kilo before and now they're 48 kilo, so you know the difference is 3 kilos, so that's easy to work out. But where people make mistake is working out the weight loss percentage, because then you need to change those kilos into percentage body weight loss, which is they give you a chart to do that, as you can see the weight loss chart on your screen. Why people make mistake? Again, people look at the previous weight. The chart works on current weight. Both BMI and this chart both works at the current weight. So you need to look at the current weight and then work out the weight loss percentage. In this case, your current weight is 48, previous weight was 51, so it's 3 kilos. So you go across 48 kilo looking at 3 kilo, and that actually is in the yellow row, so yellow column. So the yellow column is the score 1. So yellow column is for 5 to 10% weight loss, and that scores 1. So the weight loss score is 1 for this scenario. So that is how you accurately accurately work out the body percentage weight loss. Okay, so next step is now the step number 3, which is the next mistake, which is number 3, the most common fail, which is did not calculate the acute disease effect correctly. Okay, so I guess the mistake happens because you sometimes are looking for the word acute disease only, and then you end up scoring 2. Now that's not what the definition of acute disease effect is. Okay, acute means every patient who is coming to hospital getting admitted is probably acutely ill. That's not what the definition says. The definition is this patient this much acutely ill that they have no nutritional intake for more than 5 days in the past, or not likely to have any nutritional intake for more than 5 days in future. So that's what definition says. So don't look for just acute disease. Okay, don't look for just that word acutely ill. That is not the case here. Is this patient this acutely ill? Is this acute illness is that bad that it is causing no nutritional intake? So the words you're looking for is no nutritional intake. Okay, so read your scenario carefully. If your scenario says no nutritional intake in the scenario for more than 5 days in the past or in future, that's when you are going to score 2. Otherwise, the acute disease effect does not apply to your patient. Your score stays 0. And that's the same case if patient is nil by mouth but they got NG feed going, the score will still be 0 because they're still having nutrition. So make sure you look carefully in your scenario. If your patient have reduced appetite but they're still eating, score is 0 because they're still eating, because we are looking for no nutritional intake. Okay, no means nothing, no nutritional intake. Okay, so that's what you are looking for, those words in your scenario, and nurses get confused, so they do get this step wrong quite a lot. Next one is did not complete the documentation clearly. So that's really important. As you can see, you have to add your patient details on the top, and then you have to add the date and time, then you have to add the score for BMI, then score for weight loss, and score for acute disease effect. Then overall score is the total of the 3 steps, and then you put your name and initials to it. Okay, like I shown you. So make sure your document is complete as they have asked you to do so. Otherwise, it would be a critical fail because the examiner will mark this document. Now, the next number 5 is did not verbalize the results and action to manage malnutrition to examiner. So this is again, people just forget, people just think it's a written station. It's such a common mistake to happen because it's 8 minutes, they go quick, and you just think, okay, I've done it, I've looked at the scenario, I've worked out the malnutrition score, I've done the document, finish. But you don't realize this station is half written, half verbalization. Okay, so you need to verbalize all those points which are in the marking criteria, which I'm putting here on the screen, from number 6 to 10. So you are going to tell your examiner what did you find in the scenario, what is the total must tool, what is the risk category, and then you need to obviously, if it's then you need to refer your patient to a dietitian. You need to make a care plan to increase their oral intake, and what would you write in that care plan, and how often you will monitor your patient intake and output. You will also how often you will review this assessment. So that's all in your marking criteria, which I have covered in other videos, so you can watch, but I'm just putting the marking criteria again for a refresher on the screen. So make sure you verbalize all those points from 6 to 10 to your examiner within that time limit of 8 minutes. Okay, and that's how you are going to make sure that you don't make these mistakes in your exam. Like I said, it's a very, very popular station, and lots of nurses fail for those reasons. So I hope now you know what are the common mistakes in this station and how to rectify them and how to avoid them, that you don't end up making them and failing this station. So just pay attention to it and watch the other videos I have already done on this station. They will really help you to explain how to do this station correctly. So I hope you like the video. If you do like the video, please press the like button now and subscribe to my channel. You can also visit us on OSCEnurstraining.com or email us at oscenurstraining@outlook.com. I will soon be back with another video for you. So bye for now.